Well, good evening, peeps, to Kickstarter Radio 102.4. I'm the host, Lipstickpaddy, and today we're looking at Weather Machine. Look at this beast. Oh, yeah. What's going on here? Well, let's go to the top. Now, it's Vital Lacerda. This guy is a legend. Another legend. We did a legendary designer yesterday. We've got one today as well. This guy is more long in the tooth though. Portuguese maestro who specializes in crunchy, heavy games. Weight category in a 4 or 5. So really advanced. We're talking the opposite end of the scale from gateway games. So the kind of heavier. If you're not into the heavier game, Vital is planning a Kickstarter next year to bring out something called Robot Factory, which is going to be basically a Vital Lacerda game that's going to be more lightweight to kind of introduce people into this category of engine building, worker placement, tons of stuff going on and planning for the future turns, etc. Anyway, over 6,000 backers. Absolutely astounding the fan base this guy has, because really, if you look at the year of heavy games, there's been Coffee Trader has been the only really one that kind of came into the retail space, so excuse me, so very little games that can actually do them. Now Vital here, he has teamed up with Eagle Griffin Games, and they are not shy at making the game look beautiful and pumping the cost up. This game is above $100. Ian O'Toole, who's been doing a lot of art recently in Eurogames, certainly since this channel began, his name has been all over Eurogames, and the solo mode is done by David Turtsey, so another great name on the titles here. So comes in this giant box. It's actually over 9 pounds in weight, so it's like big. Now the concept is a little bit of a satire on the world at the minute, because there's those people that believe global warming is a thing, or climate control is a thing. You do know in the 70s they called it global cooling, and they changed it to global warming. They keep changing the name in science. Anyway, that's another discussion. This is a Kickstarter board game channel. Anyway, the world's weather could destroy the planet, so scientists are trying to create new inventions to actually stop the weather happening in certain areas, but it's causing it to get worse in other areas. So there's this whack-a-mole effect that's happening, and as these scientists, you're trying to actually write research papers and push your experiments out there to actually calm down the weather, which will have again another effect in another part of the world. So it's whack-a-moling around. If you want to see the quality of this game, check the video out as it zooms in around. The board is absolutely beautiful. Ian O'Toole has done a superb job with this whole thing. It's absolutely massive. It's like a table hog. There's like a poll going on. Do you want to see a board game mat? The only really need for a mat is if the board's small. If the mat's going to be the same size as the board, is it really necessary? And even if it comes as a mat the same size as the board, it's still going to be expensive. This is a big table presence. Each of the player mats, though, this is your own kind of factory. This is also big. You can extend it out as well. And left side of the board, you could be going to the government building to try and get grants and money for your projects. you're going to be pushing the projects around, you're going to be building your things, and there's all sorts of cogs and things to push and pull and deep strategize over. More players the better, usually, with his games, as there's more interactivity around the board with everybody getting in each other's way. And the goal of the game really is to get the most points, but you can win a Nobel Peace Prize as like a major goal to go with. Now here's the thing though, if you play a Vital Lacerda game, you'll kind of understand the meatiness of them, because you can play this maybe 5 or 6 times and still learn new strategies and still feel you have only chewed a bit on the bone, right? There's so much depth to these games. That's why people are collecting his games. And this is a great Kickstarter, because if you pledge $1, you get access to Eagle Griffin's back catalogue of games, which we can see as we go down below, which is really, really good. Now, I like the fact that it's got a 30-day. It's stretching right up to my birthday, and this could be a fantastic birthday gift for me, because I love the concept of it. In fact, I love how colourful the board is. I think Tool has got some more coloured pencils or felt tips in his locker, because he seems to have done a good number here with the board. I can't see any other Euro game coming out in December that's going to knock this off my birthday wish list. So yeah, this could be a definite shoe-in. It's going to be coming out, it suggests November next year, but that, according to the shipping companies, they're telling you it might not even get fixed by this time next year. Some of them are calling the beginning of 2023, because looks like Biden's not doing anything with all the ships in Florida, and the Chinese are waiting for containers to come back from the USA. That's not happening. So it's like the shipping crisis will continue and delay all your games. Now, if you click the community button on this Kickstarter, I've got a little poll up for the Vital Lacerda fans. Which are your favourite games from him? Which is your favourite, I should rather say. And we'll put the poll down below. I'll release the results on my Sunday show when I cover the game there. I'll tell my listeners what my YouTube viewers think are his best games, based on what is their favourite. So yeah, check that community tab out below. Now, 3 hours it's going to be. 3 hours. That's if you've got 4. If you look at the playthroughs videos, they're ranging between 2 and 3. And I think the 60 is if you do the solo mode. So this is the guy. He basically was changing the weather, but he got in too deep. He he's in deep water basically, and you're his scientists that are trying to help him get out of that and fix the weather. You're going to be gaining resources from the map, and those resources are going to be needed to get your projects, your experiments. You're going to have to fuel them. So this is the weather machine, all the cogs and resources that are going to be going in here. Very nice indeed. We get little pictures of the art as we go down. So 100, whoopsie daisy, there's a little spillage. Things happen live here. Not to worry about. Weather machine then, $129, very expensive. Limited number for the signed copy, 139. That's probably went in the first hour of this coming out. I'd say that's 500 copies already gone with that one. You'd have to sign up. You'd have to sign up completely with early to get on that to kind of get it, or just take your copy to a Gen Con or a Essen to get a signing. That's the other way of doing it, right? Just take your empty box cover there. Because most people that plays games are become fans of the designer, you see, so you might want all your boxes signed. So yeah. Now the solitaire mode and the stretch goals that are coming out here, they are going to be technically bundled together as an expansion when it goes to retail. It hasn't said here anything about retail price, but if 129 is the Kickstarter price with these expansions in, perhaps the retail could be, I don't know, 100. And I don't know, the solitaire mode and stretch goal is going to push the $29 on the retail. I don't know. There's nothing Kickstarter exclusive apart from the add-ons when we go down to them. Express copy. Look at this, 120 extra here. Why would you want to get this out? Is it for reviewers only? It just seems so expensive to get the game early. And it's for the USA only. Don't the USA get it first anyway? I mean, I am quite confused about this. Now, all the components Eagle Griffin's games have said that they have screen printed the components that enhance the game the best. You just have to trust them with that. They've pimped it out as much as they can already. You can see that your player board is dual layered from this nice view here. The robots here, the workers. Now, due to its complexity, there is a player aid book. The book will kind of explain the different areas of the game board and what you can achieve there. 4 players, pick your colour. It would be nice for a 5th colour to come out. They've kind of said they don't want to do any more stretch goals, but I think a 5th colour. Where's your blue? Where's your green? I don't know. There's even been some calls for the Lativ meeple who's walking around the middle of the board to be get a special treatment as well. So that's fairly interesting. You've got the research tokens that you're going to be researching how to manipulate snow conditions, rain conditions, sun conditions, fog, and I guess it's the waves. Waves are getting too high. The Nobel Prize here is going to be the last stretch goal, which is going to be $1 million. Yeah, token wise, you get a better view of these in the video because these are just renders here. The extreme weather tiles, these kind of change as well as the like I said, when you create, you fix one area, another area is going to get bad. So there's like different pictures of the weather in each of these zones on the Earth that get worse and worse and worse. And yeah, your experiment tiles, that's going on. So you are doing stuff which is causing stuff to happen in the game, which is nice. Doing stuff that causes an effect in the world, in the lore. Now, these machine parts, a lot of people are saying you don't need the metal versions of these because these are chunky, but that's for the consumer to decide, surely. Now, the solitaire game here, where it introduces these saboteur meeples. I always question this now. Can they not have a mode in the main game where you have saboteurs? I don't know. That can you actually bring this in to deepen the 2-player mode? Is, you know, would be nice if that was a thing. Now, stretch goals. Extra supply cards. What the hell are these? This is for asynchronous start. So you've all got different goals when you start. Private objective cards. More cards that give you investment tokens. So more of these the better. And these objective cards, these are going to be global, I think, as well. So, you know, lots of people, every time you play the game, you might have different objective cards, so it feels a little bit different. Now, these are interesting because 3 in-game goal tiles. This is kind of the new one that they released. There is going to be lots of end-game scoring and adding things up and stuff like that. And this is your metal prize. You can check out the rulebook. It's on Tabletopia, I believe, yeah. And Paul Grogan, who's actually writing, I believe, the rulebook for this, he has his own video playthrough of it, so that's good to watch. Quackalope does a fantastic job too. That's the 2 that I've looked at anyway. But yeah, pick you one you want. I'm probably going to go to this guy, Board Game Burger. I do like this guy. Nice small channel. And yeah, I think it's looking absolutely superb. Look at how pretty the game is up close. They should have far more of these up close shots, shouldn't they? Now, so add-ons then. The machine parts to go metal. I'd like to see how that looks on the board. Yep. Of course, you can add these in the Pledge Manager later, so there are probably going to be pictures of these on the board when they get produced, so you don't need to worry about them now. But it's something to consider. This is definitely going to be Kickstarter exclusive. You're not going to see that go to retail. The metal Nobel Peace Prize, that's not going to go to retail. So that's your Kickstarter exclusive metal cogs and the Peace Prize. Get an additional copy. Kanban EV, that's the one we covered on the channel. I almost want to say a year ago. Ian Griffin pumps out loads of games. Lisboa, the market game, Vignos, wine game, Gallerist art game, the market game. So yeah, if you want to collect these, then there's a great way of doing it in the Pledge Manager. Although if you're in the USA, you might want to go to Igor Griffin's game shop to see if they're available there to buy Kickstarter editions of these past games. Now it's interesting, it says includes the add-on. Each of these says it includes the add-ons. However, you can see that in the future, let's go forward 2 years, because I think Vidal Lacerda's next big game is going to be called Inventions, kind of human inventions going through time from caveman to modernity. If you see Weather Machine as like an additional extra in 2 years time, it's just going to say include solitaire mode and the unlocked stretch goals. So you are going to lose. You're not going to see the machine parts and Nobel Peace Prize. These are kind of unique to the Kickstarter, so be conscious of that. Some people are saying it's a little bit like Kanban EV. It is nothing like Kanban EV. In fact, if there's anything like Kanban EV, it's the Robot Factory coming out next year, which is a lighter version of Kanban EV with doing robots instead of cars. So, yeah, it's completely different. Who's saying that? Anyway, So there we're talking about the future of what's coming up on Kickstarter, and they're going to be with Eagle Griffin Games too. So you expect superb quality. You can see the DPI of the print on the board looks phenomenal too, super crisp and all that stuff. Right. Now, shipping, 4.2 kilos in the box, crikey. And if you put a playmat in that, it's going to get even more, isn't it? Stop asking for a playmat, it's ridiculous that you would need one. There's people in the UK getting a little bit like, because they've got to pay VAT, 20%. Well, UK people, I'm here in Mexico and I'm paying between 60 and 120. So we've got to take the hit all the time. Welcome to the world of shipping on Kickstarter. Once you go through the denial phase, you suddenly accept it, and except when you're buying these games, you're going to have to pay through the nose for shipping. Or, you know, you can try and get it shipped to another country that doesn't have VAT, and then they can send it to you. That's a strategy that I might have to do with the some of these games that aren't shipping to Mexico full stop. If they're not shipping to Mexico full stop, I'll have to get it shipped to Ireland and pick it up in 2025. So, hey, if a game gets shipped to the USA, it's normally 2 months after it gets to Mexico. So we'll always get it last here. And yeah, estimated 2022 November. If that comes before next Christmas, that'll be phenomenal, but it probably is going to be a little bit late. I want to check out this last update. Not that. Art playmats is the subject. What's going on here? For On Mars, we've made a playmat of the box art. It's a mouse pad. Oh, it's actually quite nice. Would you like a playmat for any of the other games, it's saying? As a playmat on your desktop? I don't know. Show me what they all look like, then I'll pick from them if you're going to do them. So, I don't think people asking for playmats had this in mind, but if you want a big... I mean, these are the giant mats that your keyboard and mouse go on, right? So, a lot of this is going to be covered in the middle. There's something else I wanted to look at. More close-ups of the board, stuff like this. Yeah, they are looking into the VAT thing. Who knows what will happen this time next year. There needs some people in the UK to put pressure on the government about board games, because it's a cultural thing like buying art, and you shouldn't be paying VAT on cultural items, should you? Especially when it's coming direct from the manufacturer. The VAT should only go on it if the board game shop is selling it to somebody else. You're getting it. You should be getting it the same price as the shop. It boggles my mind, this VAT question. Ooh. Anyway, peeps, a great theme trying to save the world by fixing its weather. Hum hum hum. You are a scientist doing all types of experiments, trying to fuel those experiments with resources, getting money from the government to try and pay for your schemes, and you're all in competition with each other. Looks absolutely beautiful. I'm all over this theme. It's my probably favourite theme of what Lacerda has done. I'm very, very curious on the game he's got coming out in 2023 on Kickstarter, which is going to be his game Inventions. So I'll be looking out for that one too. But Weather Machine, out of nowhere, looking amazing, could be my December birthday gift for this year. And what a gift it would be, because giant box, super crunchy. My game group will totally fall in love with this game, and they'll definitely want to play the game straight after it, because of this is kind of a game that you think about once you've left the table, about what you did and what you might do differently. And yeah, you get surprised how much meat is on the bone with these heavy games. Now we have reached a period of Euro games, heavy games over $100. Oh dear. Well, I'm much happier spending that money on Kickstarter than at retail space, because the Coffee Traders game at retail, that's $100. Could it have been kickstarted to be better? Well, it doesn't really matter. Weather Machine here has been kickstarted out of the... It's been absolutely fantastic, the quality here. Just check the video out for what it's going to look like with all the art finished in the video. It looks phenomenal. Highly, highly recommend it here. And unless something comes out and knocks this off the top of my birthday wish list, and that's going to need to be another heavy game, by the way. This is looking like something I'm going to be getting. It's potentially going to get over 1 million, hopefully, to unlock the final stretch goal, but I would like another colour. I want to see blue. I like blue. I'm not asking for a 5th player, I just want an extra colour player. I think that's an easy one to do. You can put that as an add-on at 1 something million. Yeah, you could... But it's a long campaign, actually. Like I say, it's going to go right up near Christmas, and I think you definitely should keep this on your radar, because if you've not got a heavy game in your locker, you might think about wanting to get one. And there's no better designer out there than Lacerda with his games. So, this is definitely one that I couldn't cover on the channel, because it's just so amazing. And if I'm getting it myself, then gotta really talk about it, right? So exciting! So yeah, thank you so much for watching, and we've got more videos coming out this week as we're back fresh from holiday. We will have our Sunday show this Sunday, where we'll be specialising in jazz music, playing all my favourite jazz songs, and catching up on that. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. Just a quick reminder, go down to the community, tell me what you can vote on, which is your favourite Lacerda game. I'll announce that on the Sunday show. And please give the video a like, post a comment, all that good stuff, and think about subscribing if you're new to the channel. So thank you so much for watching. This has been Kickstarter Radio 102.4. I've been your host, Lipstickpaddy. You take care, stay safe, and bye bye for now.